today, um, for today, we are going to talk about CS first. Yesterday I have the same classes, but that one is more for teachers. But for today, I'm doing it for student. For this session today, you're going to see what will the student see on their screen. What will the student needs to do with CS first. Okay. So today CS first is basically for for the student. Sorry. Okay, so today I'm going to demonstrate to you so that how can your student join the classes that you already created in CS first. So how can student join the class that you create in CS first? First, this one is just an introduction. What will be the CS first and Scratch for student? Okay, for CS first, the student doesn't have to know about coding, doesn't have to know anything about computer science. So even though the student with zero knowledge in computer science, the student will still manage to try out CS first. Okay, so what is it again CS first for student? So the student can access the curriculum and materials. The CS first is the website. Later on, I will show you. So the student can access the curriculum and also materials. It is provided by free. So the website we are going to use is CS First. So here in CS First website, they have step-by-step instructional videos. So Google provide this video so that student can watch the video and follow the instruction showing in the video. So they have video, so the student can learn at their own pace. So maybe the student need more time, so the student can always repeat the video and try to do it by themselves. The one they are creating the programming using a program called Scratch. They are doing the programming using a program named as Scratch. Okay, so we also want to develop a debugging mindset, problem solving, because sometimes even though Scratch is drag and drop, sometimes the code doesn't work. So the student will have to have a look at the code and see what goes wrong, why the program didn't run like how they wanted. So we want them to have this criteria in themselves. Problem solving. We want to inject the problem solving skill into their mindset. And then we also want them to practice teamwork, because in Scratch they can in Scratch they can uh, in Scratch they can share their project with someone else. Okay, when they are sharing their project with someone else, the other person can see the program and maybe edit the program to improve the program. Okay, so they can share the program that they work on. So the other colleague, the other friend can have a look and comment on it and improve it. Okay, the other one is learn by their own pace. So there's many things that we want to try. It's more like a building criteria for the student. Okay, CS First is one of a code with a Google program, because Google have plenty program. So this CS First is fall under a code with Google program. So activity here in CS First, some of it will take about 1 to 12 hours. Some of the activity in CS First can take up to 1 to 12 hours. And then it's hands-on training. Again, there's a video there, and then the student will need to will try it by themselves, or if you as a teacher, if you run it in the computer lab, So you can also monitor them, but you don't have to worry. There's a video provided in CS first, so the student need to watch the video and then they need to do it by themselves. So you don't really have to show them one by one because the video in the website already show them how to do it. Or your task is just to help them if they are stuck. Okay, and then again, it's a beginner coding. Scratch is more like a drag and drop coding. I will show you the program later on. So, okay, to access to the CS First website, so the website is csfirst.withgoogle.com. So to access this website, you just go to csfirst.withgoogle.com. So this is the website. I will open it with you later on. So this is the website that you need to access. So here, um, you as a teacher need to log in as teacher, but for the student, they will have to log in as a student to join your classes there. Okay, so why CS first? Because again, we want to develop a mindset. We want them to understand what is computer science, how fun is it. So we want them to see it first. Because if we said computer science, not everybody can understand it. So that's why the CS first is trying to let the student knows how fun is it to learn computer science. CS First is developed by teachers. Teachers is the one who come up with this program. Okay, so it's developed by teachers because teachers understand better their student. They understand what they want. So Google didn't really work in this because teacher is the one who come up with this plan and everything. So to run a CS first, the student must it require laptop or desktop. Okay, they must using laptop. Okay, and then they also need the headphone again because there's a video in CS first that they need to watch. They need to watch the video. Therefore, they need headphone because they need to hear the instruction given. Even if you do it in the computer lab, I would suggest they have individual headphone because everybody will listen to the video, so they have their own pace, right? So maybe this person already finish up the entire video. Meanwhile, the person next to him or her only watch the video around, I think, 1 minute. So, and that person couldn't understand and rewind it again. So that's why, sorry. And that's why they need to rewind it again. That's why they need headphone because it's their own pace. They need to learn by their own pace. They are not listening the video together. So just imagine a few laptop in front of you playing different song. So it's will be noisy and you couldn't really follow up what is it. So that's why it's really crucial for you to provide a individual headphone if you are running this in the computer lab. And also internet access because again it's using a website, a web page. That's why you need internet access for it. So this is example of Scratch program. So this is Scratch. As you can see, it's a drag and drop coding. So this is the code. This side is the code, and this is the program. So they can see, they can code here, just drag and drop, and then they can try it out to see if the program works. So it's more like a snapping tool. Again, it's a block-based programming. It's just drag and drop. Go in here, drag and drop, and then you just can see if the program run as usual. So this is Scratch. Later on, I will show you Scratch and also CS First website. So to access to Scratch is another website. It's different from CS First. However, the student will be using the same login ID in CS First and also in Scratch. They will have the same login ID for both, for CS First and also for Scratch. So again, CS first with Scratch, students learn just more than just how to code. They will learn obviously problem solving and a lot of other skill as well. So in Scratch, there's 9 type of block. Again, remember Scratch is a block-based programming, which the student will need to drag the block into their coding. After that, they will run it. Okay, so it's drag and drop. So there's a 9 block of Scratch. Later on, I will show you what is Scratch website. So there's nine block types in Scratch. Motion. For example, how will the object move? Just now you watch the cat spinning. So the motion there is spinning, spin, motion, movement. And then looks. Sometimes you want to change the color of the cat. For example, just now the cat is in orange color. You want to change the look. You want the cat to be black color. So that's you need to get it from look block. Sound. You can even add sound into your Scratch. You can also you can tell when to run the code. Okay, when to run the code. For example, just now it's just a simple code. So whenever you press start, the cat will spin. But if it's more complicated event, for example, you are creating a game. You're creating a game. So when the user press or click the start button, then only the program will run. Okay, so that's event control. So maybe you want the computer to repeat something. For example, I want it to spin 10 times. So that will fall under control block type. Control. So I want the cat to spin 10 times. So I control it. Okay, I control it. So in control, I will put the cat spin 10 times. Okay. And then we have sensing. Tell the computer to do something. For example, I'm telling the computer if, okay, for example, we are using maze game. If the user accidentally hit the wall, they will restart the game. Okay, operating if then. So operator if then. Let's say again, if the user hit the wall, let's say they have 3 life. First one, if they hit the wall, they will go back to the restart point. That's operator. If something happen, then what happened? If hits the wall, then game over, for example. Variable, something that keep changing. For example, the life. First, you have 3 life. Then you hit the wall, then it changed into 2. You hit the wall, it changed into 1, and game over. Something changed. Variables. The score changing. So it fall under variables. Everything that can be changed in Scratch, the element, we name it as variable. My block, so if it's more complex and the student keep using the same block type, for example, if you are using my block, if left and right, you're using the keypad. If go left, then left. If go right, then right. So if the user keep using it, they can create their own block. So whenever they develop it, so they just can call it. They don't have to do it again. They don't have to do it from scratch. Because again, using scratch, we are snapping a few code. So if it's, for example, if it's nine code, and then you have it in my block, if you want to use it again, you just can call this particular code. You will have name. You just call this code. I will show you also this part later on. Okay. Alright, so here I'm just going to show you example game that created by student using Scratch. This is created by student and fully using Scratch. Okay, this is fully using Scratch by student. And then if the student wish to edit the program, they just can go see inside. And then here's the code. Here's the code used um, by this particular student to come up with the game. Okay, so the next person can edit it. Maybe this person doesn't like diamond, he can change the shape into something else, into maybe that person doesn't like coin, they like they're using maybe a dollar sign instead, so they can change the element there. So they can always change someone else's code, but then in order for them to learn, that's why Scratch allow this to happen. So if the student found any interesting things inside the Scratch, they can work on it and edit it to make it looks like their. And also there's a 8-bit games. So this one as well, like a Rocket Rough. So this student develop a game, and also there's a few people edit it as well. So that's why this student also thanks to everyone else that worked together with her to come up with the game. So again, with CS First and Scratch, students learn more than just coding, more than that. They also learn to be creative. They also learn how to collaborate with each other, because sometimes um, two is better than one, because maybe I think it this way, but my friend actually can think something better, have more idea. So that person can contribute to your program and come up with a better program. And also again, like I said, it also give the student a problem solving skill, because maybe sometimes the program didn't work as you wanted. It didn't work as you wanted. So with problem solving skill, that student will have a look at the Scratch program. It will read one by one, oh, what's goes wrong, and then can fix it together. Maybe the student fix it by themselves, or asking friend beside him or her that understand the program better. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you. There's a few curriculums available in CS First. There's a few curriculum available in CS First for you to for the student to learn. Okay, so this is CS First. So CS First taught with Google.com. So if the student just go to curriculum, there's a plenty of curriculum available for free there. For example, here we have subject specific. So this subject specific mostly will take up to 1 hour per subject. So this one is more like if you have any particular activity that you want to develop with your student. So for example, you can choose the one that focus with dialogue. So for this activity, the Scratch programming focus on creating dialogue for character. Okay, and also maybe you want to come up with an interactive presentation, you can just go with this activity, interactive presentation. It will teach you how to make your presentation more interactive. They will teach you movement and so on. For character, for example, they will teach you how the character develop. Here they have two activities. So they have one title. You choose the title from the curriculum, and inside the title they have a few activities. So here under character, they have another two sub activity that student can work on. So the hour suggests this is per activity 1 hour. So it since there are two activity, it can take maybe 2 hours as well. Okay, so I will suggest if this is your first class with your if this is the first class for the student, they will pick something from the sample activity, because from sample activity is less complex. It's less complex and it's easy to follow. It's easy to follow. This is just a beginner wants to know more about how does CS first work. So we can suggest this kind of activity. And for today, I'm going to demo to you. Create your own Google logo. Okay, later on I will show you. I'm picking up the create your own logo activity, and I will show you how it works. Okay, so again, the activity suggestion hour will be here 1 to 2 hours, and then the numbers of activity, and this is the level introductory. So this under sample activity, this is just introductory. So you also have you also have intermediate and advanced level. Okay, you also have intermediate and advanced level. As you can see here for the complete team, because for the complete team the student will learn from the very beginning until the program is complete. For example, game design, they will learn how to change the background, they will learn how to make the character move. So it's combined a few activity in the introductory level and also intermediate, and they will come up with one. So for game design, they will learn how the character move, the background change, and also they will also learn about variable, life. So there's 8 activities inside here. Then the hours, the student might spend here 8 to 12 hours. So this is for the student. How can they sign in as a student with the program? Okay. So the student first they need to create a student account. So when they go into CS first, they need to choose a student, and then they need to enter class code. So that once the teacher created their class, they will have their class code, and then the class code is the one that the teacher need to share with their student. And then kindly remind your student to write down the username and password in safe place so that they can remember and log in into the website in the future again. So this is first, you will ask them to go to the csfirst.withgoogle.com, and then the student will require go to sign in. So they need to sign in. Okay, and then when they sign in, they will choose I am a student. So for teachers, you go for I am the teachers. For student, they will need to choose I am a student, and then enter the class code again. So the teacher will have the class codes once they are created their class. So the class code is the one that you share with your student. So the student will have the class code and key in the class code. Okay, after they key in the class code, they just click on next. So it will ask the student if this is correct, your class, if this correct class. So they will show them this is the class name and also the teacher's name to ensure that they are in the correct class. They will show them the class name and also the teacher's name. Okay, so if here they will ask, do you need a new CS first username and password? So just press yes unless this student have joined the class before. So ask the student to just log in normally, returning student, key in the username and also password. So if this student is a new student, they need to click yes. Okay, and then they will provide the username and password. So this is the one that the student need to write somewhere and write somewhere safe. So next time in the future, they are logging using this username and also password. So this is how the student dashboard looks like. For example, here, the class name is CPN Selangor. So this is the class code. So current activity. So currently the teachers have add create your own Google logo into the class. So there's 3 activity I haven't complete. So how? You just click on create your own Google logo or the names of the activity that add by your teacher. So here, the student just click on start button. So there's 3 activities under create your own logo. So create your own Google logo. The second activity, create your own Google logo for Valentine's Day. The third one, create your own Google logo for Earth Day. So I'm doing the first one. So just click on start again. Once the student click on start, so there will be a video. So the video here is for the student to watch the video. Okay, so this is the instructional video provided by Google. So you don't have to really do any teaching there. So it's fully the video in the website. The student will play the video and watch the video and run and try to do it by themselves. It's a video provided. So the student just need to watch the video and follow the instruction given. After they follow the instruction given, they will need to open up Scratch and then they will follow one by one. So they can pause the video and go to Scratch, pause the video and go to Scratch to start doing the activity. So there's a video that the student need to watch again. Okay, so the instruction will be on the right side of the video for the student. Okay, the first one is the instruction and the other one is the blue color is the link. The link, when the student press on Google Starter Project, click on it, they will open up Scratch. So they will open up Scratch. So the student will go back to the CS First web page there. They will play and pause the video to follow the instruction to ensure that they do it the correct way. They can play and pause the video provided from the CS First website. So here I make my G spin. So based on the instruction given, so I follow the one, and then here's as you can see, just a snapping block. So from the side, I just choose the program, the code that I want to use, and then I drag it there, and then it runs. So the student also can share their project with their friend, but before that they need to ensure that they are logging into Scratch. So they need to sign in again. Like I said, the username and password for Scratch is the same as their username and password in CS First is the same. So they just need to key in the username and password. If they don't sign in, they cannot share their work. They cannot save their work. If they don't sign in, they cannot save their work or share their work. That's why they are required to sign in Scratch. Okay, there's a remix is the save button for Scratch. Remix is the save button for Scratch. So after make all the changes, the student are required to press on remix because remix is the save button. If they don't save it, so there's no work saved for them. Once they have press remix, the button will change into share. So means the program is ready, so they can already share it. So the student can share their project with their friend, colleague, or even the teachers to check. So this is the step for the student. So they build their project, and then there's also add-ons for every project in every activity in CS First. I will show you. And then they also take club reflection. The reason why they are asked to fill up survey because this is for themselves to see if they can understand the program, they can understand the code or not. And then they also have to watch a summary video about the activity. So they share the project, and also they can share the project into their neighbors. For example, if you do it in the computer lab, so once everybody done with their project, you can ask them to swap places and try their friend program to see if it's work, to see what is their different, and to learn from there. So this is create your own Google logo. So as you can see, every time you open up google.com, you will see their Google logo will keep changing. Doodles, they keep changing. Sometimes it's well, for example, here I have Malaysian National Day for 2017. So the flag is moving. So this is Teachers Day 2019 for Malaysia. Okay, so as you can see, the student actually can create it by themselves, and then they even have these cute things. First day of school 2020 for Singapore. Okay, in Scratch, whatever we call it Sprite, the things, the character and everything, every object there, we call it as Sprite. For example, here, my Sprite is the Google. This is Sprite. Okay, I will show you later on using the Scratch website. So this is a Sprite. The G is considered as one Sprite. The O considered as one Sprite. The other O, yellow O, is considered as one Sprite. Small G, one Sprite. L, one Sprite. E, one Sprite. So to know in which Sprite are you working on, so you will see the sprite right here. If it's a character, you will see the character right here. So it's for you to know on which sprite are you working on. Okay. So again, you can also add sprite. Okay. If you want more things to be in your Scratch, you can add more sprite. How to do it? In the sprite area, you will see there's like a button there for you to press, like a Scratch cat, the icon, and plus button there. You click on it. Okay, then you can choose your sprite. If you press on this button, choose a sprite. There's already a sprite in Scratch that the student can use. So the student just need to search for the sprite and use it. If the student go with pen, they can create their own sprite. For example, maybe the student wants to draw their own sprite, so they can do it by adding pen. Once you click on pen, there will come out a canvas for them to work on their sprite. If they want to create a new sprite, they can work on their own by clicking pen. If they click on surprise, so later on Scratch will randomly pick the sprite they have in the program. Randomly pick. If you click surprise, they will add another sprite randomly. They will add one. Okay. If you choose upload sprite, so the student can also upload sprite from their computer. For example, they already install the character from somewhere else. They can upload the sprite and use it in Scratch. So for costume, easy way I will say the words Google. Okay, for costume I can change the color of the words. Okay, to modify the costume, for example, the G here, click on costume, and then I can choose the costume. the magnification glass there, I can choose the one that Scratch already have in their program. I can just pick to change the costume of my G. I can even paint a new one and can create a new one. Again, surprise. If you click on surprise, Google will randomly pick the one that they have, Scratch will randomly pick the one that already have in their program. For example, here, I press on surprise. If you can see the G, my G change. My G change is no longer as before the word in blue color. So now, when I click on surprise, it changed. The sprite changed into this character. Okay, costume is the one that changed your sprite. Okay, changing your sprite. So for previously I have G. Now I click on surprise. It changed my sprite. So into this particular character. So you can also upload your costume from your computer if you have any. And also you can even use the webcam. If you want to change the sprite into your face, feel free to do so. You can also pick camera and then they will capture your capture, and then that you also can work on your Scratch. Okay, in Scratch we also have stage. Okay, stage. So if you go from your Scratch, there's a stage button right here on the right side, stage. Okay. Stage is like a backdrop, the background of your Scratch. Previously, it's only white color. If you can see the Google, the words, the background was in white color. So if you wish to have a background for it, you just press on the button there. You can choose a backdrop. So for the backdrop you have option to choose a backdrop from existing backdrop in Scratch. You can also again paint your own backdrop. Surprise, again, whenever you click surprise, Scratch will randomly pick the one that they already have in the system for you. And you also can upload your own backdrop, stage your own backdrop from your PC. Okay, so that's the backdrop. So if you go to costume here, okay, this is a costume backdrop for the particular character. So it's also the same option just before. So you can choose a backdrop from existing backdrop. You can paint your own. You can also pick surprise and also upload your own, and also even take photo of your webcam. So they will apply the webcam photo into your backdrop. Okay, like I said, I'm going to demonstrate to you create your own Google logo. Now let me just demonstrate to you. Okay, so let me just refresh. Okay, you must go to csfirst.withgoogle.com. So this is the website that the student needs to go. I'm sorry, currently a teacher. So let me just wait. Yep. I need to have the code. Okay. Okay, let me just copy the class code. Let me just activity. Oops, sorry. Okay. Let me just sign up. Okay, for now I'm going to sign in as a student. So again, this is the website, csfirst.withgoogle.com. Just go to sign in. Now you are required to choose I am student or I am a teacher. So for this case, I'm going to pick I am a student. So now the student are required to key in their class code provided by the teacher. So just now I copied the class code from my classes that I already created before. So this is the class code. So I just key in the class code and press on next. So here is the name of the teacher. So for this class, I have there are two teachers. One is Shaista and one is Siti Khadijah Korai. So this is the class name, Pilot 101. So if it's the right class for this student to join, they just click on yes, join. Do you need any CS first username and password? Yes. So they will give you the username and password. So you must ask the student to copy this somewhere, username and password. So once they already copied, just click on yes. I wrote my username and password down, sign in. Alright, so here for my class, as you can see, I have the activity create your own Google logo. I haven't done anything in here before, that's why it's put 0/3. So now as you can see, I'm logging in as student, so it's appears student. This is the class that I joined. So if I want to run this activity, I just go to click on here. So they already bring me in. So create your own Google logo. So this is the activity. There's 3 activity here. Create your own Google logo, create your own Google logo for Valentine's Day, create your own Google logo for Earth Day. So the student just need to press on the start button here. So here's is the video. I will not. So here's the video. The student need to watch, so they can play and pause. So this person is explaining to them how to create their first scratch program. Okay, it's a video that the student can watch and learn. They will explain to me about why am I doing this current activity and how can I be creative about this activity. Okay, after this, so the student can always pause and go back to the beginning if they need it. So once the student already watched the video, so this is the link. There are 2 links. So if the student ready to start to try out the program, here is the starter project. So the student just need to click on this. So they will open a new tab, opening Scratch. If there is any basic programming comes together with this project, it will also appear here in the Scratch they open. Just loading the project. Okay, so currently this project have nothing, is empty. Okay, so again the student need to watch the video to start building their first Scratch program. If the student go down a bit, so there's an add-on for the student to explore. That's an add-on for the student to explore for each activity. There will be an add-on. So if you just ask the student to scroll down, there's add-ons they can learn. So again, the add-ons will be the same. Just click on the add-on. For example, I want to learn more about the spin. So
Many doodles come to life.
sorry. So there will be a video as well. A video. So for each add-on as well, there will be a video explaining how can I do it. Okay. Instructional video always come together with the main activity and also add-ons activity. So the student can watch the video, pause it, and try it on. Like I said, there's 9 blocks. First is the motion. If you want the things to move. Now, okay, let me just show you. I want to move the G. So I bring it in here. again, it's a drag and drop. So the student just need to drag it here. Okay, just drag, and then if I click on it, you will see my G move. Maybe 10 is not enough. You can even put negative. So the G move. Okay, now I just put 100 to see. So to try it out, you ask the student to click on it. So if you can see again, the sprite I'm working on is G, and this is the sprite. So you can see my G move. So to go back, okay, you need to click on it. So if looks is more for the looks of the sprite you are using. You can change the color, you can change the size. Let's say I'm doing the size. Let's say I'm doing the size. Change size by 10. I will give you 100 so that you can see. Change size by 10. Click on it. So as you can see, it changed, the size change. Okay. So for this section here, looks is more on the looks of the each sprite that you can keep changing. For the sound, you can even add sound. Okay, sound is not for the entire thing, but for each sprite. Okay, it only can code for each sprite for the sound if you want it to have a sound. Okay. Event. So let's say I want it to be automatic. Just now I need to click, right? Then only it will change. So let's say I don't want to click on it. So I said when the flag click. So I just put it again. It's just drag and drop and snap it together. So I just drag, put there. Click on this button. Go. They will run automatically. So it change size and then it move 100 step. If I put this, then go. So it changed the side, it reduced back to negative 100 and it moved 100 step back. Okay, the instruction is when the flag is clicked. Okay, when the flag is clicked. You can also do many other things. Maybe here, when a space key press, or you can also change the key. Whatever key is pressed, then it change. For the control, so this is something that you want to repeat. Okay, control, you can repeat. Like I said, you can repeat it 10 times. So let's say now I want to try out with the O. Okay, O. I want it to repeat 10 times. What you want to repeat? Again, remember, this is more like a snapping programming. What you want to repeat? Let's say I want it to keep changing color 10 times. Then I go with color here. So you just pick whatever you want. So let's say I want it to change color. So I snap it under here. Okay, in the middle here. I put it there. So change color, repeat 10 times. So it will change 10 times. Oh, sorry, 10 times. So as you can see, my O changed 10 times. The color keep changing 10 times. Okay, as you can see, it's too fast. You can't really see it. What you can do, again, you can control it. So I drag, wait. So it will pause a bit before change it to a next color. Before change it to the next color. So let's say I put it after it change color, I want it to wait for 2 seconds. Let's say I want it to wait for 2 seconds before it change to another color. Click on it. As you can see, the color change 2 seconds. Pause 2 seconds, change 2 second, change color, change color, change. So the student can play around with this. Okay. Now, sensing. So again, sensing is mostly, this one is for advanced part. Like I said, if for example, you're creating maze game. So touching what? So let's say it's touching the edge of the screen. So it die. It will go back to the beginning. Okay, sensing will be mostly will be teach in the advanced level because this is required more understanding for the each sprite to come out with it. For operator, so this is again more for gaming. As you can see, this is most of the time this is great for a gaming. So if this, then what happened? This is more like a gaming. So if you go and try it for gaming, they will teach you about operators. The same case with variable, something that keep changing. For example, life. In games, there's 3 life. Mostly, most of the time you will see 3 life. And then every time you die, it will reduce one by one by one. So here, my block, you create your own blocks. For example, I will show you. I will make a block. Okay, so the student here need to name the block. For example, I will say tukar warna. Okay, and then they can add an input number of text or even add a boolean or whatsoever here, and then they also can add a label. Set okay. So tukar warna, define tukar warna. I will put like this. Okay, sorry. If you bring it there, here, it will delete the entire programming. So define tukar warna. So tukar warna is this one. Repeat 10 kali change color every 2 second. So let's say, okay, event I akan, okay, event. So then if I pergi dekat O, kat sini, okay, if I pergi dekat O, I can also just wait So if I pergi dekat O sini, so I'm using the same one. So dia, oopsie, I just run the program. Sorry. So you can also keep using the same programming again and again. Okay, so this is more like if the student needs to repeat something over and over. For example, tekan kiri, jatuh, tekan kanan, lompat, for example. So they are using the same step by step, so they can just do the block. Okay, so that is for scratch. Oh, so sorry, I tak sempat. So this is costume. Macam I cakap kat sini, kalau you pilih yang ni, so nanti you nampak tak huruf O I berubah. So dia akan berubah jadi benda lain, dia akan tukar. So you can tukar-tukar the costume as well. Kalau you tak suka O, so you tukar dia jadi benda lain. So kat sini you boleh pilih yang memang dah sedia ada dalam Scratch. Again, ataupun you boleh create you punya sendiri, ataupun you boleh upload daripada you punya komputer. Dari Scratch. So bila masa you dah settle semua tu, okay, create your own Google logo. So kat sini you akan ada dia punya, for the student, so dia ada trace dia dekat mana dia stop. Tadi I stop dekat create your own logo and I baru complete step 1. Remember first dia ada 3 step. First you buat the program and then dia ada survey for self reflect, and then the third one the student will have the summary video yang the student mesti tengok. So the student kalau mana-mana pun dia stop, dia don't have to worry. In the future kalau dia nak sambung balik, dia just pergi balik dekat dia punya class record and then dia akan tunjuk dekat sini, dekat mana dia stop. So easy for the student untuk tahu dekat mana dia stop in the future. Okay, for now, may I know if you ada any other question? Okay, to be honest, 1 hour is not enough for me to show you everything. So, kalau you nak tahu lebih lanjut, you boleh pergi again dekat our web page. Kat situ, if you want to learn any particular activity, uh, you feel free to join them, and then we have classes to show you. So, we will precisely work on one particular activity to demonstrate to you. So for my session here, I only managed to show you what is the concept and whatsoever. But if you want to learn more deeply, so we also have classes that particularly focus on one activity. For example here, create your own Google logo. So if you join the class, they will show you how to actually do it for this particular activity. For my classes, I didn't manage to show you everything, but if you want to learn more and understand more how it works, you can also feel free to join our classes. We also have a few classes. You can also see code your own hero. We have a few classes, but for now, we still trying to get more. So we only offer create your own logo and code your own hero. There's two currently we are focusing on, because it's we still trying to get more student. We only run two program for now, which is create your own Google logo and code your own hero. There's two program that we doing because we want to show the teacher, and because our plan is to show them more how can they do it. So the actually our program there, you are the one who going to actually try it out. So here I don't really have time to let you try it out, but if you join the class, you will have the time to actually do it. So I will recommend you, if you want to see more about it and you want to understand more about how the Scratch and the program works, I will highly encourage you to join the class because it's more focus based. Okay, like I show you, there's an add-on for each activity. So here, how to change color, how to make the sprite say something. They have like a dialogue, and then if they have a different sprite, means like they pause 2 minutes, so the other sprite will talk. So after this sprite talk, this sprite turn. So this is say something. Switch costume, for example, you want it to keep changing color, we can also consider that as a costume. Jumble letter, this is all you can find in the add-on. Chase, spin, okay, all of this you can find it in the add-ons.